Bill. We've got the transmission out of your 94 Ford motorhome. This is what it looks like when it's all apart. I'll go over some things with you with what we found inside the transmission, and Eric or Amanda will contact you with the different cost estimates. So we'll start within the pan. We can see there are some shards of metal. That's a little piece of metal there, and a little piece of metal sticking out right there. That's not supposed to be there, of course. This film of metal stuck to the magnet is somewhat normal. That's a little bit more material than we like to see, and this stuff piled beside it, we wouldn't want to see that. This pan gasket is not the factory pan gasket. We know that someone's done a service. They've used a cheaper filter. There should have been more material in the pan. If we look at the inside the clutch drums, you can see this bronzy looking color. That's going to be from bushing wear, and we do have a number of bushings inside the transmission that are worn out. And if we look at the output shaft, right in this joint here, there's a bushing. That bushing should hold everything in center line. It supports all the inside of the transmission, but you can see how I can move this up and down. That little bushing is a early design. They later on got rid of the little bushing, and right in this location here they put a ball bearing, which is a much better design, and it supports all of this properly. So the reason why that's a concern is when we look at the center support, right in this area here we have some sealing ring wear, and the sealing rings for that are in this forward clutch drum. So the sealing rings are actually this surface right here. So this drum sits inside of here, and these rings have, or the drum itself has contacted here and damaged the surface. So we need to change this to that ball bearing kit to eliminate that as a concern. If we look at the clutches themselves, this is our direct clutch, comes on for third gear and reverse. You can see this black line here. That's going to be from a little bit of slip. It's not completely burnt out clutch, but there is a little bit of slippage there. This next one here is our forward clutch. It's a pretty uniform color on the steel plate here. The steels, or the frictions themselves are uniform, so that clutch hasn't been slipping. This clutch is our intermediate clutch, comes on for second gear. Same thing here, not really any discernible slippage, a little bit of discoloration on the disc or on the friction there, but it really hasn't been slipping. This is our overrun or coast clutch, and it comes on for holdback, and same thing, these surfaces look good, so that clutch has not been slipping. This is our overdrive clutch. Same situation here. You can see the steel plate. It looks like it's in good shape, uniform color. The surfaces themselves are good, so no real concern there. Our sun gear bushings, we're not going to be able to see much, but there's a bushing right there. These bushings are worn out. That's going to be some of the brass that we found inside of that clutch drum. On the pump, so this is the pump here. This area here, in 1995, they changed the pump dimensions, and they made a much higher capacity pump that we can retrofit. So when we're doing a recondition, we're normally going to put in the better pump, and the big reason for that is to try to help that reverse delay that they tended to have. 95 is when they put that in production. We can put it into the older ones. This is a manual lever position switch, and this is the early style that's 89 to 94. We can update that to the 95 and up style and eliminate some of the problems with that as well. This is a Torrington bearing, and the camera's not going to pick it up, but these rollers are going to be rolling over top of this race, and there's these little lines that kind of go in this direction, and that bearing is starting to pit, and so that bearing needs to be changed as well. So that's what we found inside the transmission. So like I said, Eric or Amanda will contact you with the different cost estimates. Thanks.